everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to cover a topic that I know many of you have asked about, the port of entry interview questions for 2025, and specifically what to expect if you're entering the US on a tourist visa or visa waiver like an ESTA to visit your significant other here in the US. Crossing the border can be nerve-wracking. US Customs and Border Protection, or CBP officers, tend to be pretty strict, and it's normal to feel anxious about the questions they ask. So today we're going to walk through what to expect, how to answer confidently, and why it's so important to be honest. Let's start with the most common question CBP officers ask, which is, what is the purpose of your visit? That's a very typical question they ask whether you're here for business, vacation, school, or to visit a significant other. Now, here's where it can feel a little intimidating. If you're coming to work or study, it's easy to answer those questions, but if you're coming to visit a boyfriend, girlfriend, or fiancé, it's common to worry that mentioning it might lead to additional questions or even risk your entry being denied. And I totally get it. A lot of people feel pressure around this. But here's the key. The most important thing is to be honest with CBP officers. You do need to know that they have full authority to check your phone, laptop, luggage, anything that might indicate you have a different intent than what you're saying. It can feel intimidating, but remember that they're simply doing their job to make sure all visitors are coming for the purpose they've stated. Being transparent is always safer than hiding details. Okay, let me emphasize this. CBP officers are trained to pick up on inconsistencies. If you tell them one thing, but your phone, laptop, or social media could tell a different story, well, it's their job to notice it. For instance, if you're visiting your partner, but your text or email suggests plans for a permanent move, that could raise a lot of questions. So keep it simple, keep it real, and share your genuine purpose with confidence. Look, staying honest doesn't mean you need to share every detail of your personal life. Just answer the questions directly and truthfully, and trust that CBP officers appreciate a straightforward response. It also depends on how often you come and visit your partner here. If it's more frequent, that's where more questions could be asked, but if it's only so often, then it should be less intimidating. One more thing to keep in mind, the port of entry you choose can also impact your experience with CBP officers. They vary in terms of how busy they are, and that can sometimes affect the intensity of your inspection. Major international airports are normally busier, and officers there may be more accustomed to handling large volumes of visitors. Some of these officers might ask quick, straightforward questions to keep things moving. Although I personally got stuck in secondary inspection in San Francisco, and it was not super fun. In any case, no matter where you enter, the main advice is always the same. Be prepared, be honest, and answer questions clearly. Before we dive deeper, make sure to subscribe to our channel to stay updated on everything marriage immigration related. And if you're looking for even more in-depth guidance, we invite you to join our exclusive free newsletter. Each edition is packed with insider tips, powerful strategies, and the latest immigration updates, content you won't find anywhere else. Our goal is to keep you informed, confident, and fully supported throughout your journey. Click the link in the description to join now. Moving on, if you mention you're visiting your partner, here are a few additional questions CBP might ask. Knowing these can help you stay calm and prepared. Okay, how long do you plan to stay? Be clear about your length of stay and realistic about your plans. If you're planning a 2-week visit, then say so. Presenting your return ticket can also be a huge help here, as it shows you are committed to leaving when your stay ends. They can also ask you, okay, where will you be staying? Have an address ready, whether it's a hotel, Airbnb, or your partner's home. You should be able to provide this without hesitation. What do you do back home? They might ask about your job, studies, or any ties you have in your home country. This is to make sure you have a reason to return. Showing ties to your home country can help reassure them about your intentions. And here's another question they very often ask in this situation to just see how you would react. Are you planning to get married while in the US? If you're just visiting, let them know that that's your plan. If marriage is something you're considering down the line, remember you're entering on a temporary visa, so your intent should be to return home after your visit, but you're free to share the wedding plans later down the road if that's what the officer is looking for. Something really important to keep in mind is this. If you later decide to get married to your US partner and apply for immigration benefits, the immigration officer who reviews your application will go over your entire file, including all CBP notes from your previous entries. Every time you enter the US, CBP officers document your responses, the purpose of your visit, and any other relevant details. Now, it's essential to remember that while your original intent when entering on a tourist visa should not be to immigrate, intent can sometimes change based on personal circumstances. Life is unpredictable. Sometimes couples find out they're expecting, and naturally they don't want to be separated during such an important time. Other times, a spontaneous proposal or sudden realization can lead couples to decide they want to stay together here in the US. Look, these are genuine, unplanned developments, and immigration officers understand that life can change. However, it's crucial to enter with an intent to leave after your visit, as having immigrant intent from the start on a tourist visa could seriously complicate your immigration process. Anyhow, here's how to feel more prepared for your port of entry interview. Have a clear itinerary and a return ticket. Bring any documents that support your ties to your home country and answer questions confidently and honestly. Still have questions? Drop them in the comments. Otherwise, like this video and we'll see you next week.